All right, new location, ready to roll. Am I too close? I think it might be too close. Is this better or I'm too far away now, aren't I? Okay. Trees and hold on one second. Okay. Yeah. Hello, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I'm outside this time. Woohoo! A change of scenery. Did I set this up outside just to make a silly joke about how close or far away from the camera I am? Yes I did. Anyway, enough of that. If you haven't yet, please like this video, share with friends, share with enemies. I don't really care who you share it with, but sharing it would be nice. Also, please subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Josh, average runner, married father of two, and about to embark on a new training block and a new YouTube series. Drumroll please. This fall, my plan is to take on my second ever marathon after completing my first last fall in Richmond. I made a race video and a race breakdown if you're interested in watching those. I also documented my whole training process, so if you have loads of time and want to see everything that went into training for my first marathon, I recommend checking those out. But this video is about looking forward. On October 5th, if everything goes according to plan and I can stay injury-free and healthy, I'll line up on the start line of the Wineglass Marathon in Corning, New York. Why did I pick this race as my fall marathon, especially when I live in Virginia? Well, my wife is celebrating her 40th birthday in mid-October and asked could I please not be training for a big race on her birthday. So, wish granted. My previous marathon went about as well as I could have hoped given the training hiccups and the injuries along the way. I finished the Richmond Marathon in a time of 4 hours, 13 minutes, 32 seconds. But I really want to break 4 hours. So over the next 17 weeks of training, I'm going to document my progress in a new series called Wineglass 359. I don't know exactly how many videos there will be yet, but my initial plan is one every 2 weeks of training. By the time you're watching this, I'll likely be a few weeks into my training plan, but before that first update video, I want to share 5 things I'm changing this time around to hopefully crack that 4-hour marathon time. Number 1, strength training. I made a lot of jokes about this the last go around, but after actually running a marathon, I now realize just how important it can be, especially in the latter portion of the race when everything hurts. I'm going to start with 1 time per week and hopefully get up to 2 times per week as the training block progresses.
Sure, Jan.
But a little will go a long way, and if it helps me avoid unnecessary injury, even better. Number 2, weigh less. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. I don't believe that a person's weight determines how fast or slow they can run. But for me, I know that going into the race at a lower weight will be hugely beneficial. I ran the Richmond Marathon around 196 pounds, and I ran my spring races this year between 196 and 202 pounds. My goal weight for the Wineglass Marathon is around 185. I've dropped about 11 pounds in the last month to get down to around 192, so I'm getting closer. Number 3, run slower to get faster. If you've watched any running content, I'm sure you've heard the idea that easy runs should be easy. And I'm definitely guilty of going too hard on most of my easy runs. So I'm trying to make a deliberate effort this training block to watch my heart rate and pace and stay in zone 2 for most of my runs. Easier said than done, but we'll see. Number 4, abandon speed and hill workouts. I know this one might sound crazy, but bear with me. I'm following an intermediate training plan from Hal Higdon for this marathon, and he suggests that unless you're an advanced runner, speed workouts aren't going to make a huge difference in marathon training. Hi there, Josh here. As I edit this video, I did want to point out that even though I'm not planning on doing any speed-specific workouts, that doesn't mean that there will be no speed throughout the training block. In fact, I have a number of marathon pace runs on the schedule, so while they're not speed in the traditional sense of tempo runs or interval workouts, they are speed in a certain sense, and I'm hoping that will be good enough for this particular training block. Okay, back to the video. As for hill workouts, well, they're terrible. They're actually the worst. But more to the point for this race, the Wineglass Marathon is almost entirely downhill. So with the elevation in my favor, I'm not going to worry about training hills. Dropping the speed and hill workouts will mean more total miles, but I think that's a good thing. Number 5, fuel better. This is something I only know having raced a marathon before. I need to do better about fueling before and during the race. I know for a fact I didn't put away enough carbs leading into the Richmond Marathon, and I think I underfueled for the actual race too, despite knocking back 9 gels from right before the race through mile 24 when I took my last one. I'm gonna spend my long runs this time trying to figure out what works for me. I'm a slightly bigger runner, so dialing that up might make a difference. Bonus, I'm gonna try to have fun. Marathon training can be grueling, but I'm trying to remind myself that in addition to being rewarding and good for my health, it can be fun too. I think you just have to make a conscious effort to recognize the joy. That's it for this video. Stay tuned for episode 1 of Wineglass 359. As always, I'm grateful to run and I'm grateful for today. Thanks for watching. See you soon.